On December 22, 1939, deep in the frozen forests of eastern Finland, a group of Soviet soldiers advanced cautiously through the snow. Their mission was simple: eliminate one man, a single Finnish sniper who had already killed over 200 of their comrades in just 3 weeks. They scanned the trees, rifles ready, but there was no sound, no movement, no sign of life. Then, one by one, they fell, silent, precise shots to the head and chest. The Soviets never saw him, never heard him, never even knew where he was. By nightfall, 20 more soldiers lay dead, their bodies turning white beneath the snow. That day, the legend grew. The man they feared had earned his name, the White Death. But before he became a ghost that haunted the battlefield, Simo Hayha was a quiet farmer from a small Finnish village called Rautjärvi, born on December 17, 1905. He was the youngest of 8 children, growing up surrounded by icy fields, forests, and silence. His family lived off the land, hunting, logging, and farming, a simple life. And it was in those frozen woods that Simo learned something that would later terrify the world: how to shoot without missing. By age 17, Simo had joined the Finnish Civil Guard, where he practiced marksmanship religiously. His weapon of choice wasn't the newest rifle or the most powerful scope. He preferred the iron sights of his bolt-action rifle. He believed a scope could give away his position, sunlight reflecting off glass, a shimmer that could mean death. So he learned to shoot with nothing but instinct, wind, and patience. In those years, Finland was a small, proud nation caught between 2 giants, Sweden to the west and the Soviet Union to the east. Tensions were building. Then, in November 1939, war erupted. The Soviet Union invaded Finland, beginning the Winter War. The Red Army expected a quick victory. They outnumbered the Finns by nearly 100 to 1. But they didn't know about men like Simo Hayha. Simo joined the Finnish army at age 33, an older recruit among younger soldiers. He stood just 5 feet 3 inches tall, quiet, unassuming, with a boyish face and calm eyes. No one expected much from him. But once the fighting began, he became something else entirely: methodical, ruthless, almost supernatural. Before we move ahead, this is just a reminder to hit the subscribe button if you like this video. Now let's move forward. Each morning, Simo dressed completely in white, blending perfectly with the snow. He packed a day's worth of bread, sugar cubes, and ammunition, then disappeared into the forest alone. He'd find a position, build himself a snow mound to conceal his body and absorb sound, and wait, sometimes for hours in temperatures below 40 degrees C. When the first Soviet soldier came into view, there was only one shot, then another, then another. By the time his unit moved forward, the snow around them was already painted red. His patience was terrifying. He would even pack snow into his mouth to keep his breath from forming visible clouds that could give away his position. Every small detail mattered, every sound, every shadow, every heartbeat. As weeks passed, Simo's name began to spread through the Soviet ranks like a ghost story. Soldiers whispered that there was a demon in white, invisible, silent, impossible to kill. The Red Army even began sending entire counter-sniper teams to hunt him down. Once, a Soviet sniper spent a full day searching for him. By evening, that sniper was found dead, a single shot through the head, fired from 400 meters away. The Soviets grew desperate. They sent artillery bombardments to destroy forests they thought he was hiding in. But Simo always survived. When the shelling stopped, he'd reappear, his rifle steady, his eyes cold, and more soldiers would fall. By February 1940, his confirmed kills had exceeded 500, most with iron sights, many from distances others couldn't even attempt. And yet Simo never bragged. When asked how he became so deadly, he simply said, Practice. That was it. No ego, no emotion, just a simple fact. But even the White Death wasn't untouchable. On March 6, 1940, his luck finally ran out. A Soviet soldier fired an explosive bullet that struck Simo in the jaw, tearing apart his lower face. His comrades found him barely alive, face unrecognizable, and carried him to safety. He fell into a coma for over a week and woke up on March 13th, the very day the war ended. Finland had survived, and Simo Hayha had become a legend. When he recovered, half his face was gone. He could barely speak, his smile forever crooked, but his spirit was unbroken. He returned to a quiet life, hunting, farming, and training dogs. The same simple man he'd been before the war, now carrying the weight of hundreds of lives taken. He never glorified what he did. He never sought fame. He once said, "I did what I was told to do as well as I could." Over the years, he became something of a myth in Finland. People came to meet him, take photos, ask for his story, but he remained reserved, humble, almost emotionless when he spoke of war. The world often called him the most efficient sniper in history, but he never called himself that. To him, it was just survival. His country was invaded, and he defended it. He lived quietly until his death on April 1st, 2002, at the age of 96. The man who killed over 500 people, without hate, without noise, without glory, died peacefully in his sleep. Even today, soldiers and historians study his methods, the discipline, the patience, the stillness that made him a legend. But what made Simo Hayha truly terrifying wasn't his rifle, it was his silence. He never fought for medals, or politics, or revenge. He fought because he had to. And in that frozen silence, beneath falling snow and pale skies, a farmer from Finland became something more than human. He became the whisper of death itself. The Soviets gave him a name meant to frighten their own men, Deadliest, the White Death. But to Simo Hayha, he was just a man doing his duty, one shot at a time. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.